The morning walk is a sacred ritual for you and your dog. The air is crisp, the leash is loose, and your dog is meticulously sniffing every single blade of grass. They are actively decoding the invisible chemical messages left behind by other animals in the neighborhood. After a few moments, they spin in a tight, calculating circle to find the exact perfect spot. They hunch over, lower their hind legs, and assume the position. And then it happens. The stare. They lock eyes with you, unblinking, burning a hole right through your soul while they do their business. It is one of the most universally awkward and confusing experiences of being a dog owner. You look away. You stare up at the trees. You pull out your smartphone to distract yourself. But when you look back, they are still staring directly at you. It feels deeply uncomfortable. It feels almost invasive to our modern sensibilities. As humans, we place a massive premium on physical privacy. We lock the bathroom door. We avoid eye contact in public restrooms at all costs because we associate bodily functions with shame and vulnerability. Naturally, we project our own human psychology onto our pets. We falsely assume they share our civilized anxieties. For decades, people have invented wild, completely unscientific theories to explain this bizarre canine behavior. Some people firmly believe the dog is feeling embarrassed and desperately wants you to look away. Others believe the dog is feeling guilty, vividly remembering a time they were scolded for having a bathroom accident inside the house. Some amateur trainers even used to claim it was an act of dominance, a weird psychological challenge to your authority as the pack leader. And some frustrated owners simply think it is a silent, mocking demand for you to get the plastic bag ready. But science tells a completely different, infinitely more fascinating story. As a PhD-level animal behavior researcher, I have spent years compiling data and decoding the secret language of the canine gaze. Researchers have tracked eye movements in controlled laboratories. They have mapped brain chemistry and measured fluctuating hormone levels. They have painstakingly compared the daily habits of modern domestic dogs to their wild wolf ancestors. What the scientific community discovered completely shatters every single common myth we have about this daily potty ritual. This is not about human guilt. This is not about feeling shame. This is not a dominance play. This behavior is a matter of absolute life and death. It is a highly sophisticated, biologically hardwired survival strategy, forged by millions of years of brutal evolution. It is a profound psychological mechanism that links your dog's brain directly to yours. By understanding the hidden science behind the poop stare, you will completely change the way you interact with your best friend. To understand what is truly happening in your dog's brain during this awkward moment, we have to strip away our comfortable modern reality. We have to travel back in time to the harsh, unforgiving world of the wild. Imagine a vast, ancient forest filled with hidden, lethal dangers. Apex predators are constantly stalking in the shadows. Rival animal packs are relentlessly patrolling the territorial borders. For a wild canid, daily survival is a frantic, minute-by-minute struggle. You must always be on high alert. You must always be ready to fight or flee at a fraction of a second's notice. But there is one specific, entirely unavoidable moment every single day when fighting or fleeing is biologically impossible: defecation. When an animal assumes the lowered position to poop, they are physically compromised in the extreme. Their sensory awareness is divided. Their muscles are actively engaged in a completely different biological function. Their mobility drops to absolute zero. They cannot sprint away from an ambush. They cannot leap up to defend themselves against an attack. They are entirely vulnerable. They are, quite literally, a sitting duck in the wild. In 2009, groundbreaking research from Azabu University proved that this intense physical vulnerability is the primal foundation of the staring behavior. In a wild pack environment, early canids survived this highly dangerous daily routine by guarding each other. When one pack member was physically compromised, the others immediately stood watch. They formed a protective visual perimeter to scan the horizon. By staring at you while they poop, your dog is treating you as a vital, highly trusted member of their pack. You are their designated lookout. They are giving you the crucial, life-saving job of watching their back while they are utterly defenseless. But the science of the stare goes much deeper than basic physical protection. In 2017, scientists at the Family Dog Project at Otvos-Lorand University uncovered a brilliant psychological layer to this behavior. They meticulously studied canine emotional cue sensitivity. They discovered that your dog is not just looking at you passively, they are actively reading your face. They are rapidly scanning your facial expressions for microscopic changes. Because you are the undisputed pack leader, you are their early warning system. If your human face looks relaxed, calm, and neutral, they know the surrounding environment is completely secure. If you suddenly look panicked, or if you tense your shoulders in surprise, they instantly know a threat is rapidly approaching. They literally use your face as a sophisticated emotional radar. This remarkable concept is known scientifically as owner-focused social referencing. A cutting-edge 2025 study from that exact same university confirmed this phenomenon. The researchers found that in moments of extreme exposure, dogs actively seek emotional reassurance from their owners much more than they do from strangers. They gaze at you to borrow your internal confidence. By locking eyes with you, they are constantly updating their situational awareness. They are silently asking you for a critical status report. Is it safe? Are we okay? Your steady, unwavering presence is the only thing standing between them and the ancient, primal fear of a sudden attack. When you look away, you are essentially leaving them blind to the dangers of the world. But here is the mind-blowing twist that completely redefines the psychological relationship between humans and dogs. You might naturally assume that because this is a deep-rooted survival instinct, wild wolves do the exact same thing when they go to the bathroom, but they absolutely do not. This is where evolutionary biology takes a magnificent, unexpected turn. A pivotal 2015 study from Azabu University revealed that this human-directed gazing loop is completely absent in wolves. Even wolves that have been hand-raised by humans from the moment of birth do not lock eyes with people for reassurance during vulnerable moments. This undeniable fact means the poop stare is not just an ancient survival tactic inherited blindly from the wild, it is a biological hack. It is a highly specialized evolutionary adaptation created entirely by the long process of domestication. Over tens of thousands of years, dogs evolved to specifically exploit the human brain, and they achieved this masterful manipulation using powerful internal chemistry. The previous 2009 Azabu University research also uncovered the incredible oxytocin bonding loop. Oxytocin is commonly known in the scientific community as the love hormone. It is the exact same chemical that floods the mammalian brain when a human mother looks deeply into the eyes of her newborn baby. By staring into your eyes, even while doing something as unglamorous as defecating, your dog is deliberately triggering a massive chemical reaction inside your head. They are literally forcing your brain to release oxytocin, which fosters a profound biological feeling of mutual attachment. Your dog instinctively initiates this gaze to chemically reinforce your emotional bond. They are biologically ensuring that you love them, which evolutionarily guarantees that you will protect them from harm. The communication strategy behind this is remarkably precise. A 2016 study from the University of Lyon found that dogs use this referential eye contact as a highly calculated signal. They do not just stare blindly into the void, hoping you notice them. They actively wait for your eyes to be visually available. If you turn your back, look up at the sky, or look down at your smartphone, a dog will often pause, reposition their body, and wait just to catch your exact line of sight. They inherently understand that interspecies communication only functions if the visual channel is wide open. But how does this intense, prolonged eye contact actually affect the dog's body? A brilliant 2024 study focused on parasympathetic arousal modulation finally found the answer. Mutual gazing physically alters a dog's internal nervous system. When they lock eyes with a familiar, long-term owner during a vulnerable state, like pooping, their parasympathetic tone actually lowers. Their heightened state of red alert anxiety significantly drops. The sheer act of looking directly into your familiar eyes physically calms their racing heart. It acts as a powerful biological anchor that shifts them out of fight or flight mode. Furthermore, this complex behavior is heavily dictated by individual canine personality. In 2025, researchers discovered that less aggressive, less lively dogs rely on this gaze significantly more than dominant or highly active dogs. These introverted, naturally anxious dogs use continuous eye contact to manually modulate their internal stress levels. Instead of puffing up their chest or preparing to confront a potential threat directly, they use your human eyes as a psychological shield. They are quite literally outsourcing their anxiety to you to survive the moment. The next time your dog stops in the middle of the sidewalk, arches their back, and stares deep into your soul, do not look away. Do not feel awkward, and do not pull out your phone to scroll through social media. You are witnessing an absolute masterpiece of evolutionary biology unfolding in real time. You are participating in a mutual chemical bonding loop that took tens of thousands of years of human and canine evolution to perfect. Your dog is not judging your outfit. They are not embarrassing you in front of your neighborhood friends. They are offering you the highest possible compliment a canine can ever give to a human being. In their most fragile, physically compromised, and entirely defenseless moment, surrounded by a chaotic, modern world full of potential invisible threats, they look directly at you and see an impenetrable fortress. They see their ultimate protector. They see their trusted family. So hold that eye contact. Give them a soft, reassuring smile. Let them know without speaking a single word that you have the perimeter completely secured. Let their parasympathetic nervous system calm down and do its job. Be the strong, confident pack leader they biologically need you to be in that exact moment. It might be a small moment of weirdness for you, but it provides absolute peace of mind and vital survival security for them. Now it is your turn to join the conversation. I want to hear from you in the comment section down below. Does your dog lock eyes with you when they poop, or do they completely ignore you and look off into the distance? Let me know exactly what breed you have, because as we learned today, individual personality and breed genetics play a massive role in this fascinating behavior. If you found this deep dive into pet psychology and evolutionary biology completely mind-blowing, hit that subscribe button right now. We decode the hidden science behind your dog's strangest and most misunderstood behaviors every single week. You absolutely will not want to miss our next video, where we finally uncover the ancient evolutionary reason why your dog aggressively spins in circles and digs at the floor before lying down to sleep. The biological truth behind that common household habit will completely change how you see bedtime. Stay curious, protect your pack, and I will see you in the next one.